the film that is the classic film based on the Truman Capote book and film that is Breakfast at Tiffany's. And yes, there is a song that is also called Breakfast at Tiffany's, but of course, that song came out years later in the 80s or 90s. But I'm talking about the original Audrey Hepburn movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's that also stars not only Audrey Hepburn, but of course the legendary Mickey Rooney, who you may know as one of the older guards in the Night of the Museum films alongside Dick Van Dyke and um, the other older gentleman that is in the Night of the Museum films. And obviously, I'm not talking about Ben Stiller, I'm talking about the old guards um, that work at the museum in the Night of the Museum films. And in this film, Mickey Rooney plays, yes, he plays a Japanese character, even though he's not from Japanese culture. And apparently it caused a lot of controversy years ago when this film apparently came out, or years later. And I'm definitely going to review after watching the film Breakfast at Tiffany's my overall thoughts and opinions on the Audrey Hepburn film that you probably can hear in some of the background of watching Breakfast at Tiffany's. And if you're wondering where can you watch the timeless classic starring Audrey Hepburn and Mickey Rooney, it's not only on, it's on Binge basically, and yeah, it's on Binge, which is a streaming service. So yeah, definitely go check out the film for yourself if you've not seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. In fact, I've not actually seen the film Breakfast at Tiffany's before. I'm actually a Breakfast at Tiffany's for the film virgin, meaning I've never seen the film before. Um, I've heard the song, and I've heard the opening song that was in the film Breakfast at Tiffany's. If you haven't heard the song Moon River, where have you been all these years, basically? You've probably been living under some kind of rock. Um, Not many comments on my video so far, but I will read out this comment in a minute as well while I'm doing this live video on my current watch of a film. Yes, I decided to change it up a bit as soon as I put me and my girlfriend's puppy to sleep. I came in the bedroom and I was like, am I going to want to continue watching the classic sci-fi show of Star Trek Next Gen, or do I feel like mixing it up and having a bit of a break from watching Star Trek Next Gen? And I thought, you know what, I'd watch an old school movie. I've actually never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's all these years I've been on this earth for. I've not seen it in my teenage years, and I've not seen it in my young adult years. So I thought, you know what? Since Breakfast at Tiffany's is one of those old school movies that is available to watch on a streaming service, because not all of Audrey Hepburn movies are able to be watched on a streaming service, whereas Breakfast at Tiffany's, and of course one of the other movies which I've definitely seen a long time ago, and that is My Fair Lady, which I will definitely watch again at some point. It's been a long time since I've seen the classic movie of My Fair Lady, which not only has Audrey Hepburn in it, but it also has the late great Rex Harris, who you may know as the original Dumbledore before Michael Gambon played Dumbledore in the rest of the movies from Prisoner of Azkaban onwards. So yeah, I will definitely be reviewing the film Breakfast at Tiffany's once I finish this movie. Yep, there you go. I just heard some of Moon River in a certain scene in the film Breakfast at Tiffany's as well. So yeah, I will now end this video. Actually, no, I'll read said two comments before I end this video, and then after this video, I'm gonna watch the rest of Breakfast at Tiffany's, and then I'm gonna review the movie and pretty much decide what I do from there onwards. Let's read the two comments on this video. At Little Soul Cat Works, what is your best advice for students? What sort of student are you referring to? If you're referring to a student of media and film, I definitely suggest watching Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I'm currently watching because I haven't seen the movie before. The classic Stanley Kubrick film that is A Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, Barry Lyndon, Lolita, Doctor Strangelove, 2001, A Space Odyssey, The Shining, to name a fair few of Stanley Kubrick films. I also suggest watching the classic film The Warriors, with The Warriors Come Out to Play. I also suggest the New Zealand classic film, even though it deals with the subject matter of domestic violence and alcoholism and suicide. I am talking about the film Once Were Warriors. I definitely suggest that movie. Also suggest, if you like Alfred Hitchcock movies, I suggest Rear Window, Rope, to name a few. If you're a Tarantino fan, I definitely suggest Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, The Hateful Eight, Death Proof, the Robert Rodriguez film that is From Dusk Till Dawn, that stars Tarantino and George Clooney, to name a fair few actors from Dusk Till Dawn. Of course, Juliette Lewis, Harvey Keitel as well. I'm trying to think of other films out there. Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid. Wes Anderson films, like The French Dispatch is one of my favorite Wes Anderson films. The recent, well, not so recent, but several years ago, I definitely suggest for film students for them to check out been trying desperately to reach you. Bill just got back. The Brendan Fraser film called The Whale, which is a classic movie that also has Sadie Sink, who you may know from the TV show Stranger Things as well. And yeah, if you're also a film and TV student, if you like such actresses as Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, I definitely suggest the Sam Levinson TV show that is Euphoria as well, besides the last ever episode of season 3. I don't really suggest that one. At Sarah Maya H9C said hi to you as well. At Jason X7X41 said hi, or 4L said hi. At Tariq Kazmai M54 this, hi bro, hey bro, what's up? As the video suggests, and pretty much is the title of the video. I'm pretty much currently watching the film in bed that is called Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring Audrey Hepburn and Mickey Rooney. At PLS speed, you need this. Hi to you as well. Add a Q&A sticker, a movie or show you're eagerly anticipating. Interesting. At PLS Speed, indeed. Hi, you have Netflix? Yes, I do have Netflix as well. I use Netflix, I use Binge, Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime. Sometimes I use even Apple TV, Stan, of course, Disney Plus, to name a fair few streaming services out there. HBO Max, of course, because of Euphoria that I mentioned before. A sitcom called Family Matters as well is on HBO Max. So yeah, I use a fair bit of streaming services actually. So yeah, I definitely use Netflix for sure. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I've actually really enjoyed making this video so far about watching the classic film Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.